Hello, I'm Ruth Davis, Head of Jewellery and Silver at Lion & Turnbull in Edinburgh, and I'm welcoming you to our second episode of Spotlight on Jewellery. This week we'll be shining the spotlight on emeralds. In antiquity, the main source of emeralds was famously Egypt and Cleopatra's mine since around about 500 BC. Cleopatra was a big admirer of emeralds, and the Egyptians believed that they helped to treat eye conditions, amongst other things. Even Pliny the Elder, the Roman naturalist and philosopher, recorded that gazing into an emerald would revive the eyes of a weary gem cutter. So it's a notion that's been perpetuated throughout history. They've also been associated with the gift of foresight, protection against evil spirits, and protection from certain diseases, and also with the notion of rebirth, which is perhaps why it has become the gemstone for the spring month of May. The emerald cut, as the name might suggest, was developed specifically for emeralds to offer them a little bit more protection. Because they're a very brittle stone, the chamfered corners take away those pointed corners which were liable to being chipped or being knocked off, and they give it a little bit more of a protected outline. But today it's become a popular cut for other coloured gemstones and diamonds too. Colombian emeralds are perhaps the most famous, and South American deposits were discovered by the Spanish in the 16th century and then brought back to Europe. Although the local South American communities did recognise their value for religious purposes and trading and so on. Today, Colombia, Brazil and Zambia are the three major producers, but deposits are also mined in Madagascar, China, Afghanistan, all over the world really now. It is important to remember that emeralds aren't as hard as other gemstones, such as diamonds, rubies and sapphires, and those internal fissures we mentioned earlier make them very brittle and subject to damage. Because they're softer, facet edges can become rubbed and less defined over time, and this can happen to other gemstones too. We do need to take care when we're wearing them and avoid exposing them to chemicals or abrasive contact. Even things like washing up liquid and perfume can be damaging towards them, so don't do the washing up or the gardening in them. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about these lovely gemstones, and there were one or two things there that you might not already have known. Remember, we're consigning for our next auction, which is on the 14th of July. It's jewellery, watches and silver, and we're carrying out free valuations via our website and consigning for that sale at the moment. But hopefully it won't be too long before we can see you in person in our lovely sale room in Edinburgh.